Did you know that Beenleigh and Eagleby's rental market is one of the most dynamic in the region? With high demand and evolving tenant expectations, staying ahead as a landlord has never been more important. Today on Worth the Wait, I'll share you some strategies to help you stay competitive, attract the right tenant, and make the most of your investment. Looking to stay ahead in the Beenleigh and Eagleby property market? Want to get local insights from someone who knows this community inside and out? Then you've come to the right place. I'm Benjamin Waite, and welcome to Worth the Wait, Beenleigh and Eagleby's local property podcast, where we'll be diving into everything you need to know about real estate right here in our beautiful region. The current rental market in the Eagleby-Beenleigh area is a unique one. Historically, it was very, very investor-centric, which really kind of stagnated a lot of growth. COVID came along and then brought a lot of owner-occupiers from that Gold Coast market who'd been priced out. Because there wasn't a lot of growth, a lot of investors then took some profit, sold. Owner-occupiers, ultimately exclusively owner-occupiers for a good 2 years through that COVID period, were buying. So as that rental market kind of shrunk and the rental demand increased, we saw some rental increase. So a very unique market. Now we're seeing a little bit more investors starting to come back into the market as yields are increasing or, becoming a little bit more appetizing. So very dynamic market, very much changing. It was probably a bit rough around the edges, but as that gentrification process is happening, we're getting a different demographic of tenant coming in. Prepared to pay a little bit more, prepared to dedicate some time and effort to maintain the home. So we're seeing a little bit more of that change happening. What tenants are looking for in a home? Well, ultimately they want something neat, something safe, something clean. There's some laws and rules that are coming in where minimum housing standards, and I can put you in contact with our rental team who can unpack all of that with you. It's important to know. But ultimately what tenants are after are, kind of a neat, clean 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom home. Obviously, price point is the number one decision maker, like everything and like a lot of buyers out there. But a shed is a really, really good thing. Again, this demographic, a lot of them are kind of self-employed tradies and they've got stuff. They've got expensive equipment, trailers, tools, and ultimately they want to securely store that. So shed or secure parking is a very, very big. Definitely air conditioning is huge. Must have air conditioning these days. Ceiling fans are just a staple. And I think air conditioning, at least to the living room, but also to the master bedroom, I think will definitely add value. That will be something that will let your property go quicker rather than sitting on the market. So you're a landlord and your house has been on the market for a little while and there's more stuff out there. How do you stay competitive? Well, this is where a really good property manager comes in. Now, I'm not a property manager. I'm sales, but I know we have got some really good property managers. But ultimately, it's very similar to selling. What you want from a good property manager and the information you want is what the tenants are looking for at that particular moment. And if you're getting a trend of feedback, then I would suggest you probably want to do something about it. So it might be, look, you haven't got an air conditioner. So whack an air conditioner really quickly. That could be done within a week. It might be the place might need a fresh coat of paint to make it feel a little bit fresher. That will also help too. It's not always about the price. Price is a good way, but there are also some laws now that have come in where we can't alter the price. You can't bid for a rental. So typically the advertised price is going to be what you're going to get. So it's not always about reducing the price. It might be a little bit about spending some money that you might need to spend down the track anyway. So bring that spending forward to be able to get a really good, strong tenant today who might be in the property for a long time. One other thing I'd like to add to stay competitive, I often see average photos for properties for the rental market. When you're selling a property, you're going to spend some good money to get some really nice schmick professional photos. That works. You really probably just spend a little bit more money, and it only needs to be $50 or $100 to get some really nice quality professional photos, because ultimately that sells your property online. Everybody finds your property online. That's where your first impression is going to be and what's going to attract a tenant to click and register and apply. Some common mistakes that I think landlords probably need to avoid is maybe the old mentality of just sticking a tenant in and not spending any money. You really need to help maintain your home. And one thing I've found, and I go through a lot of tenanted properties, is when I speak to tenants of properties that I'm selling, they often, if they feel that the landlord has got the house in their best interest at heart and they're happy to spend a little bit of money on the maintenance, I often find that tenants off their own bat will also spend money on the home. It is their home after all. They don't own the house, but it's their home. So they also want to live in a nice and respectable and warm and cozy home. So often good quality tenants will typically spend some money out of their own pocket to help maintain your home for them. And if you're happy to meet them, they're also happy to meet you. And I think that's a really, really good landlord-tenant relationship. Some really good success stories personally that our organisation and my team have done. We, again, because we sell a lot in that Eagleby area, we've got a lot of stock, but we've also got a lot of tenants. So often we're actually we're selling a property with tenants in it, we're helping them move, and we've sold it to an investor, and we're actually negotiating tenants from out of one property and into another, educating them on the current market, what the rents are doing, and we're salesmen. This is what we do. So we do sell the property to a prospective tenant as well. And we seem to find that strategy of, kind of helping everybody get to where they want to go, pays dividends for the seller, the tenant, and the purchaser who is now a landlord. So if you're a landlord looking to navigate the Beenleigh and Eagleby rental market with confidence, I'd love to help. My local expertise and knowledge in managing properties, knowing what tenants are looking for and what's available, can help you guide to get high quality tenants and maximise your investment. You can reach me at LJ Hooker Beenleigh online at benjaminwaite.com.au. Thanks for tuning in to Worth the Wait. And remember, when it comes to real estate, it's always worth the wait. Thanks for tuning in to Worth the Wait. If you enjoyed the podcast, please be sure to share it with a friend and don't forget to hit that subscribe so you won't miss an episode and all my local property tips, updates and insights. Until next time, I'm here when you need.